What's going on, guys? It's Childish here. Back at it with the next episode. I think this is just number 3. You would think I would have to keep track of it because I only have like 2 videos on the thing, but I think we're gonna go with episode 3. So getting ready to do a little bit more green and writing, but I just started off my day, so gotta do a couple of the things that I normally do, which is just kind of standard. Collecting all the goodies, checking the runes, and whoops, let's move this up here for now. And of course, checking the good old events page. So, for those that don't know me from the app evasion forums or line ID, I came into the game in probably late June and have been playing free to play since that time. That being said, I will be an honest man. My 2-year anniversary hit on the 15th of September, and my wife and I ended up getting each other both $20 gift cards. So technically, it's not free to play anymore since we got a gift card, but obviously, I'm not going to turn down a gift for my wife for a video game just to be like, oh, I am not free to play. I can't do this no more. Yeah, it's not going to happen. So, that being said, basically, I just use it to get some fodder for whatever I was doing, but for whatever 6-star I was working on, and just went from there. So, good old compensation. Looks like we got the 60 crystals, which I already knew about, but if you guys haven't picked it up yet, check your inbox. We're gonna be going to do the arena, but because we got, oh, sorry, click there, because we got because we are full on energy as well. I'm not gonna sit there with full energy and full arena points, so I'm just gonna go ahead and burn this out a little bit. Clear out some energy, maybe do 2 rounds. I think it takes 3 minutes with a max mysterious plant, 3.5 minutes to return 1 energy. So by getting rid of about 10 energy, I got about 30 minutes worth of gameplay. That's what I pretty much do in the mornings when I get up. I like to start with the part that requires thinking first, so which is arena gameplay, and then after all the hard stuff is taken out, then I'll just set my phone aside while I have to do the daily chores of life, and just auto click the button, little auto attack in this zone, and go from there. Running the double XP thing for a day. I have today off, and got a few errands to run in the afternoon, but for the most part, I'm gonna be available most of the day or whatnot. I'll keep my energy running relatively low, or keep it spending. Never let it rebuild up or whatever. So, as a free to play player, we could recharge the energy with crystals, but I don't have that ability to do that 24/7. So, just trying to utilize the energy that I have. Last night, I collected about 150 energy from my thing, from my gift box. So use some of that, and oh, hey, that's that one from last night. I guess it didn't clear. God, all of them are pretty much clear. Let's go ahead and just do a nice refresh since we're starting it over here. Oh man! All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna let Susanoo fool me this time. I don't know if you guys saw the last episode. The whole plan fell in the toilet because I completely forgot about Susanoo's third passive skill. Good game. Good game. So this one here, same kind of strategy, but we're not going to go for Susanoo first. Not worried about him doing some crazy damage just because he's just 5-star. I mean, see, it's funny how you see the big difference in people that from 5-star to 6-star, they got just obviously 5-star to 6-star. That process is it's a long time leveling them up and a good shift in base stats and whatnot. But you come to realize that when you get to that level 6-star, whatever, you're definitely most people definitely, there's a big difference in people's rune setups and whatnot from a 5-star max unit to a 6-star max unit. So. Let's do some damage. Let's do some damage. Okay, well, again, I think I might have had him in a video before. I still haven't used him. I know this sounds kind of stupid, but I just haven't been wasting any time with using him in the video because he has still a long way to go with regards to runes. So, but as you can see, no problem here. Moving on to the next. Let's see if we can find some harder stuff. Yeah, go figure. So, probably gonna not have too much of a struggle, but this might give us a reason to show you guys what kind of happens when you get when you clear your page. So, 2250. That guy has no defense or no runes. You can always tell when you're fighting at low level when you start hitting new PRs on your one-shot wonder over there. Interesting setup here. And I guess even though Lucian is the better choice, mix it up, go with her. So here's something that you don't see too much. It's kind of off topic here. For those that rarely use this particular unit, increases the hit points of ally monsters with wind attribute by 30%. So that's why he has it in here, because of Ramagos giving the extra hit points. He's thinking that we're going to fall for the whole clean shot and lose a lot of life in the process. The reason why I bring that up is because that's an extremely good tactic if you're kind of stuck in the B6, B7 of giants, and you need a particular unit to help you clear the zones so you can get a consistent amount of 5-star runes. B6 and B7 consistently drop 5-star runes, so if you randomly have this particular, this guy over here, you can put him with Ramagos and, your regular team and basically, self-maintain, heal up, clean shot, heal up, clean shot, and you can take it down. If you look pretty hard on YouTube, there's a video There's actually a video floating around. Um, so this is kind of stupid, killing the 6-star unit prior to, but I figured that it wasn't going to be too rough, so because I kind of already understood that I wasn't going to have too much of a struggle. I just went ahead and killed that one first. Always leaving Ramago or Arena for last. Never really leaving, trying to fight Ramagos early on or whatever. So in situations like this, I like to throw Hua in there versus some other wooden base or fire base unit, just because if I don't got a unit that can stun, then having her passive take him down or whatever is going to be it's going to be the next best thing, so he doesn't accidentally get a clean shot off. Again, no strategy here. I'll take out Neo first just because of the invincibility, and I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but when we're down to 4-2, not really much I need to be doing is micromanaging. So considering these videos can get I know firsthand from making Clash of Clans videos for my old clan back when the game came out, videos can definitely get long and overdrawn, so gotta try my best to do what needs to be done and then just kind of auto attack it. So in this particular scenario, since we got a water-based team, I will go ahead and put Lucian in there, even though I know that his skills are still got a lot of work, or skills, runes, whatever, got a lot of work. But as far as using Hua, whatever like that, I should be okay. So even though we got the hit point buff here, still got to go for the Archangel first. Probably Archangel, Dagora, yeah, Rena, and then Ramagos. No real order. Archangel's the only one that poses as a potential threat, but 5-star unawakened, chances are, unless it has some pretty sick runes, I'm not going to have too much to be worried about. Oh my god. Man, attacking Wardiness sure makes Lucian look like a beast. I think that was like the best the best AoE attack I've had with him so far, so that's funny. Let's go ahead and take out this guy here. Ooh, man, excuse me. I don't know why I'm micromanaging him, but we'll get him. There you go. Simple. Gets it done. Oh, buddy. What do we got here? This is interesting. So, in this particular scenario, this guy, a little bit of defense. Yeah, this guy's pretty whack. I just really don't see any unit that I could put in there that wouldn't be wouldn't really much get the end result. This is definitely not a weaker team. The smart thing to do would be to add Soha to, obviously take advantage of the elemental advantage on the first guy I'm going for, which is Jean, and then have a neutral damage, whatever, for the waters. But again, I'm really not too concerned about glancing hits versus crushing hits, or having the elemental advantage or whatever, because the team is just, this is not a synergistic team. I mean, yes, you got Rena, you got Tagora, whatever, but it's Rena is, you know, overplayed when you have people like Megan in your team. So let's see. I'm actually gonna hit him, even though that's not smart. But I just figured that he's not gonna have a lot of hit points, which he didn't. So even a glancing hit still is enough to take him out or whatever. So we'll go ahead and just, as you can see, this guy has no hit points on his Reyna. So I don't know how he's ruining them, but that was pretty bad. Oh, let Ardella get that last hit. Oh, man. She had the defense debuff on a water unit and the wind unit with the buff. That would have been some crazy damage, but wasn't lucky. That's alright though. Yep. Just clearing the boards, clearing the boards. Here we go. So, let's see. It really doesn't matter. These teams are pretty bad. Yeah. The beauty of getting Megan. So for those of y'all watching this video, which in all reality, you should know the strength of Megan with all the YouTubers out there. Drago, Murdoch Madness, Neo Crown, Schizophrenic Gamer, Chimera. God, all of you guys out there that have showcased the strength of Megan. There's really a no-brainer here why this unit shouldn't be in your team. Let's see. Oh, this would be kind of cool. Again, this is another one of those scenarios that I'm about to show you. So, this will be a little bit of a gamble, but I'm childish like that, so this is what's going to go down. So this guy has a speed leader, right? And I know from my experience that Jameer, which is the Wind Dragon, has about 100 or so base speed. So having a 24% increase is only going to bring his speed to 24. Now, Orochi, on the other hand, you know, as we can see here, speed is 107 for the base, and even though this is not good to look at stats like this because this is not the unit's actual stats, this is just the base stats, you know, for a max level Orochi, you can kind of put to your head that 24% of 107 is going to be, you know, 25, 26, so you're looking at 132, 133 speed, assuming that he doesn't, you know, he doesn't have a speed rune for the 2 slot, which, from what I understand, and with the Rage Blade setup, which is the standard setup for this guy, you're not going to see a lot of speed runes on this guy. So, theoretically speaking, my 155 or whatever speed that I have here, as this one kind of shows the actual stats, 158, should be enough to still give me enough speed to boost her attack gauges and get everybody out here. So I will go for probably, since Soha's strong against 2-fire, probably go for Soha first, and then we'll work our way down kind of around. So Soha, Jojo, Orochi, and whatever. I don't want Soha to take out my attack and defense buff, so that's the primary target right here. So let's see if the theory is true. Otherwise, Orochi got some beastie speed on him, and he doesn't. All right. So again, even though it is a glancing hit, I do sometimes just like to go after one guy because sometimes it just kind of happens to be where I run into, sometimes it does take me, all three of my main DPS or hits to take it down. So, there you go. There you have it. Again, if I used Jameer to give me the speed lead, I'm sure I would have gotten the same outcome. But that's the kind of thinking that I'm talking about here. Just kind of looking at these teams and planning accordingly, thinking about what you typically see, thinking about how people typically rune them. What's the recommendation? Because obviously not everyone knows it, but for the people that general sort of people that do know, what could their max amount of speed or resistance or whatever you're kind of considering now, and then kind of figure it out. So here, excuse me. Here we got a little bit more of an issue here. Let's see. So this one will be kind of unique. I'll explain my thought process here. So, we got this on camera. They better not be putting us in a little maintenance call or whatever. But we'll see. All right, so I'm just going to go with it and we'll see what they say here. So I actually want to make it easier myself, so I'm going to take out Megan first. I don't want them to have, even for a second, the attack gauge buff. But as you can see, as scary as these units look, this particular guy has no runes at all. I'm just hitting him with I just hit him with a glancing hit on Ardella and took away half his life. Like that stuff should not happen. So here's one of those fights where it looks scary, but because the guy doesn't focus on runes, he got served. And there you have it. When you clear the whole line of people, you get your free arena points. Look at this, man. Summoner's War maintenance. In 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. Alright, so what does that mean? Let's see if we can find a... Ooh. This might be a little bit more challenging fight. This one might be good to do at the very end for the last one. So yeah, let's go ahead and this one won't be too bad. All right, so let's go ahead and clear. This will be interesting. This will kind of be another strategy I do. So here we go. So my setup here, I'm not concerned about Megan having more speed than me. Being 4-star, I just don't see a lot of people, unless they're really high level, just getting Megan for the first time. Being able to buff her more than a 6-star pre-prepared, Megan such as myself have. True rogues are no joke, especially if one of them are set on violent. Again, I'm not concerned about this guy using violent. He might, but how I counter that is basically with this particular setup you see here. Going to use Neil for her invincibility, Holy Shield, and I'm going to put it on Ardella and basically let the rogues waste their attacks. Sometimes their greatest strength is also their weakness. They do a hell of enough damage, but as the AI has it set, they have to go for the unit that is they're strong against. So, because of that, I can essentially not worry about them taking out any particular units because they are forced to go for Ardella before they try to go for Rogue or Neo, whatever. So, easy fight. Moving on. Let's see if we can get crazy with this. So, gosh. The funny thing is, Even if I take my strongest team, I still think I'm gonna have issues with a 6-star arena. So it's basically fights like this that I underestimate. I will take the 3 remaining units down, but I kind of get unlucky because normally by the time I get to arena, I only have maybe 3 out of my 4 units, and if I don't have, out of those 3 or 4 units, either Megan or Ardella just to do a crap ton of damage, then it'll not fare well. So um, yeah, it's kind of an easy one. See if we got something quasi interesting. That guy doesn't have any. Oh, huh. This might be a little more doable. Again, let's take advantage of this setup. So, running a speed buff. So we're gonna, excuse me, we're gonna guesstimate his speed at 132. 24% speed or no, 30%. Okay, so let me take that back. 30% of 100, 130. Plus or whatever, a couple extra 2. So we're gonna assume his speed is around 135, 140, assuming that he doesn't buff it up. And we'll go ahead and keep our Megan leader because she's sitting at 158 speed. And let's try to take this down. So what do I want to do here? I'm gonna kind of units. I don't have to take so high because I'm not worried about removing some kind of debuff or whatever. I don't want to take Amon because him critting every time is going to make Rena a pain. So let's see. I guess I'm gonna, since we got 2 win units and fires, you should have fire. So we'll take this. So if my calculations are correct, if this guy didn't buff speed, then I should get him on the first turn. We got him. We're obviously going to go for Lucian here. Wow, no hit points this guy. So saving my regular speed attack, I'm going to use my first attack because the first attack does 15% inflicted damage with each harmful effect. So even with the bad hit on there, I'm not worried about not getting enough damage. As you can see, great amount of damage there. Looks like this should be another easy fight here. So it's funny how when I look at it from, the wow, that guy had no hit points on this rain either. When you look at it from the outside, it's like, yeah, that group might be challenging, but once you start fighting them and you realize they have 2 hit points because these guys think that 6-starring their units while having 2-star runes is the best way to go. It's like, nope, gotta have those runes. So that is it, guys. It looks like I spent too much time to the point where I even filled up my energy, so that kind of sucks. But we'll leave it at that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm going to get back to the grind, but I can't because... Let's see if I... Whoop. Get this out of the way. So Come To Us is going to be kicking us off here pretty soon. So seeing if I can burn maybe 15 energy so I don't waste energy while we're sitting there on the maintenance. Always thinking about the next time. So again, guys, thanks again for watching. Hopefully you liked that video. Again, I'm going to try to showcase my team the best way I can and try to fight some fights that are relatively difficult and kind of look at it from all aspects. So what I kind of want to do with this series is get your feedback on this as far as the teams that I take on. So again, my goal is to obviously not bore you. The people that make these arena videos that showcase their team fighting the weakest, units available is not going to benefit you. My goal is to benefit you, so I'm going to take what I would consider myself a subpar team, or maybe a par team, above average, whatever you want to call it. I don't think it's high up there, but I'm going to try to utilize it and maximize it the best way I can. So I will be going on for the hardest units I can, assuming that they're, I consider them, going through the thought process, I consider them a decent team for me to take on and, have a reasonable chance of, succeeding. If I don't, this is what I want from you guys. So there's obviously going to be a lot of people, watching these videos that are a lot more experienced than me. So if that's the case, we all technically have the ability when I get this on the screen, but go ahead and if a fight goes through, maybe rewind the YouTube video a little bit. Rewind. Look at me, I'm old school. I'm crusty, man. When I say rewind, bring it back a little bit on the video. Watch it again, and then congratulate yourself, because that's what I do. That's what I do in my head, or when I make these videos now, watching certain fights and or watching other people's fights, over and over and over again, and seeing what they could have done different, or they could have done better. And if I lose a particular fight, maybe put something in the comment section below. State, third fight, or however many minutes into the fight, so we can all, anyone who's watching can search through it, and then, kind of throw an alternative option as far as, strategy, or who you should have gone first, or who should have been the main focus, so on and so forth. So, but yeah, that'll be, oh shoot. I think that they just said game over, sir. We're kicking you out. So we'll call it there, guys. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you next time.